Hi, my name is Shubham Savari. I'm here to talk to you today about the computing SAT software development, and in particular criteria 3, looking at the second half of it. So last class we talked about collecting data, okay, surveys, observations, interviews. Make sure you collect from a wide range, okay? So make sure you collect from all 3 basically. And this first mark is basically, have you got that data, okay? Now, let's talk about the analytical tools, the features of the analytical tools. Let's talk about the relationships. So let's start with the features. So I'm just going off the OneNote here. So basically, using your data, you're going to make some charts, some averages, some maximums, that sort of thing. So something over time would be a line chart. So for example, the number of students enrolling online each year. You could use this to suggest that, yep, okay, over the course of this 5-year period, there's more and more students enrolling online, so therefore let's look at upgrading our online enrollment system. Okay. You can use a chart like this to break down percentages, right? A pie chart. How many students have PC, Mac, or other? You could use this to say, okay, 65% of our students have PCs, so for the first application that we make, it's going to be for a PC. Okay. Maybe the second version might come back as a Mac, and that's just a way that you can sort of say, my application will be PC that I'm making, and Mac is a future version that we're not going to make as part of the subject. You can use charts to show numerical value for category, like a bar chart, how many students in each subject, average or median. You guys know what that is. Used to determine roughly what the middle of a data set is. So the example is the average salary of a football player of $371,000, or it could be the average response time in an application, something like that. Okay. Maximum, just to show how high a data set goes. Tallest person in the room, 191 centimeters tall, but it could be something like how long it took for the slowest student. Okay. So if an application perhaps took 2 hours for someone to enroll in their subjects, you might be wondering, okay, there's something really wrong with the system if it is possible to even do that without being logged out or something. So basically, that's it. You're looking to use those features to analyze the data. Okay, so there's a bit more here. It's not even really that different. I've covered the students part of it, covered the pie chart of it, so there's nothing different. Don't worry about that. Basically, what I'm looking from you to prove that is charts, averages, maximums. Okay, they're the analytical tools that I'm looking for you to use to show me that you know what you're doing. If you're using Google Surveys, they do it for you. So this is from, I think, Year 8 class that filled this out. It's the best game of 2019. You could even use this. Let's say you're doing an application on like a Wikipedia style application about games. You can say, okay, well, the best game is Minecraft, voted 53.3%. So I'm going to make the menu have a Minecraft theme because of that. Okay. Yeah, Minecraft. Okay. No worries. This analytical tools, sort of like the actual analysis part of it that I would like to see. Okay. Not super complicated. Just show me that you've got data, you've analyzed it, and the last part is then talking about how that's going to relate to your application. So showing a relationship between data, users, and digital systems. So the data is the initial data that you got, and then you summarize it with your analysis. Users are the people that are going to use your program once it's finished. So if you're talking about a student enrollment system, it'll be the students of the school that uses the new enrollment system. Perhaps the teachers as well, if they're involved. Digital systems is the program in conjunction with any technology you have made for the SAT. Okay, so hardware and software. So for example, if you're designing an enrollment application, you'd probably survey students, see what they think about the current system, what they might like to see in the future. Data might show the average student finds the current system takes too long Enrollment process too hard to follow, requires explanation. This links the data, okay, which is the responses to the length of time taken for the application to work. It links it to the user, which is the student, okay. Make sure my fingers are on camera. And as well as the digital system, which is talking about the previous and the new enrollment systems, okay. So therefore, I've got my relationships, my link between those three. That's what it is. And literally, each point that you want to make is just a statement, okay? So this statement would pretty much be data shows that the average student finds the current takes too long, the enrollment process is too hard to follow, requires explanation, okay? You probably back that up with something like, therefore the new system will be made simpler to improve the time it takes to complete enrollment. Okay. Oh, okay, here we go. I've got better samples here. Okay, so the data taken from the student survey shows 80% of students believe that the current system takes too long to complete the process of enrolling new subjects. This highlights the need for a new enrolment system to improve enrolment times and resolve the issue of taking too long to enroll in subjects. Links to data, the user, the digital system. So that's a primary source example. And it's literally a statement, and that's just one statement. You'd probably have multiple for each data collection. If you do a survey with 5 questions, you might end up with 5 statements, but you might just end up with 1, and that's okay too. Secondary source example, students must be deemed eligible and approved by enrolment by the principal. The enrolment process used by schools in Victoria is backed by the principals within the schools. This means that when students are enrolling in different subjects, the principal guarantees that the process has worked and the students are able to undertake their chosen subjects. The system must allow for principal or their delegate to approve the enrolment. Okay, so at some point in the system I create, there has to be a check in it that the student puts in their preferences, sends it through, and then the principal or someone the principal okays needs to tick it and say, yep, that's okay for that student to do those 5 subjects. Okay, and then a bit of a reference there as to where that secondary source came from. Cool. So that's it from this criteria. So you need to have your data, you need to analyze it with charts and averages, maximums, that sort of thing, and then relationships. So for every bit of data that you've got, just talk about how that links to your application. Okay. Good luck. I'll be online, of course. Make sure you send me lots and lots of emails. All right. Yeah. All the best.